We are Brownsuede. Well, I know that I can say for myself that my sister invited me to go to church to get into the children's choir back in like 1995. You know what I mean? And I've been singing in the church, grew up singing in the church. And ever since then, I've been in music.
God, I started. I've always loved my music. Loved music all my life. I started playing guitar when I was 12, and just never stopped playing. My mother brought me a guitar for about $20 over on 3rd Street when I was in 7th grade, and I just stuck with it. And throughout my life, I put it down, picked it back up, put it back down, picked it up again. And then about 2004, I picked it up again and just gradually got fully into it again. And it's like a part of my body. My guitar is part of who I am.
I would say that the music we create is really just a combination of a lot of different things. You know, everything from R&B, soul, jazz, rock is incorporated into what we do in the music that we make. You know what I mean? So it's hard to put us in a box.
I agree with Chris. We don't really categorize ourselves. I leave it to other people to describe it. I have a really diverse musical background, so half the time I don't even know what's inspiring me to write a song. It just comes out. And Chris and I are influences together, because Chris is younger than me, and he's from a different generation, so what he grew up on was different from what I grew up on. So when you put the two together, it just defies categorization even more. So I don't know what it is, but I know it comes from the heart. I know that. I'll take that.
Yeah, go ahead.
What usually happens, or at least over the last couple of years, when it kind of turned into just me and Chris being the primary songwriters, is I come up with a musical composition, and then I give it to Chris, and then Chris writes lyrics and melody to the music, and then together we go into the studio and we kind of shape it into a song together, and that's the normal process for creation that we do now. Prior to that, when it was a full band, it was really kind of a process that we would all collaborate on inside of the rehearsal studio. But since we kind of became more of a two-person operation, I kind of composed the musical structure, the architecture, if you will, and then Chris basically puts together the drywall and the windows and the rest of it to make it a full building.
Right. Now I'm actually starting to be inspired to come up with tunes and beats and things like that. So we'll see what's going to happen for our next project.
Well, for me, my musical influences are pretty across the board. I love, rock and roll. I love classic rock, jazz, old school R&B, meaning R&B from the 70s. That's my favorite. One of my favorite forms of music is R&B from the 1970s. So, all of that comes out in our music. We have a song called How to Do That weirdly enough was inspired, the musical part of it, the riff is inspired by the Red Hot Chili Peppers of all things, and I can hear their influence in it. I don't know if Chris can hear their influence in it, but I didn't do that on purpose. But they're just a band that I've always loved, and I used to see them at lunchtime when I was in college. They used to play at UCLA every like once a month. So I spent a lot of time watching them, and the guitar player was always somebody that I admired. And so, you know, my influences are rock, reggae, jazz, R&B, hip hop. You know, all of it comes into play when I'm thinking musically.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think I want to take a stab at that too if I can. My musical influences are predominantly R&B, soul, and neo soul. You know what I mean? So, you know, I love D'Angelo. I love Maxwell. You know what I mean? I love, you know, just like artists like that. You know, Prince, Michael Jackson, all of those kinds of artists. But Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, those are some of the big influences on me, you know what I mean? But I think that my love for music definitely spans decades and generations. You know, I love music from the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. I need to step my 80s game up, you know what I mean? But I love music from the 90s and the 2000s, you know what I mean? So the soul music, the R&B music from those eras, you know what I mean, played a very influential role. But I can take it way back though and really diversify my taste, because I love like Frank Sinatra and Nat King Cole, and you know, just kind of some of the big band jazz artists from the 50s, you know what I mean? So that might surprise a few people, but yeah, I just love music in general, and it's all inspired me to be the musician that I am today.
I can hear the Frank Sinatra influence when you sing the chorus to How to Do That.
Wow.
It kind of swings.
Yeah.
It swings. I would be, you know, I guess focusing on my career and my family and doing the things I'm doing, except music would be, it would be sad that music wasn't a part of that. You know, I can't really imagine a life without music being a big part of my life. So I'd be doing what I'm doing, but there would be something missing.
Right. I would say if it wasn't for, you know, music or my musical career, ultimately I would just like be a lawyer, you know what I mean? And that would be cool with me, you know what I mean?
Be an activist too.
A lawyer and an activist, and you know what I mean? You know, doing that stuff. Shout out to Black Lives Matter. I direct the legal team for Black Lives Matter Los Angeles, you know what I mean? So I would probably be, you know what I mean, doing my lawyering and my activism, and you know, just doing my thing. Cut that last one out.
That's cool. No. That's real. I mean, that's real. You know?
Yeah.
Keep it real.
Yeah. I mean, I would be. I'd probably be in trial right now. You know what I mean? Advocating for my clients. You know, which I do anyways.
Right. You're doing that anyway.
Yeah. Doing that anyways.
So it's hard to even imagine what we'd be doing without music, because music is so much a part of who we are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Definitely.
We're not even doing this to get famous, and that's why I think we're doing it so well.
Yeah.
Because we're doing it out of the pure love and passion. We literally have to do this. This is like something that we're compelled to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not about the money at all. You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing pretty well for myself, like as is. Like music is not about the money for me. You know what I mean? And it's just about the passion, and that's what it's all about.
I don't know. I guess sleeping, sitting up. I don't know.
Oh man, I think that this is an easy question for me. The most useless talent that I have is the gift of being able to impersonate people's voices.
That's useful.
Is it useful? Is that useful? Okay.
I think it's useful.
Yeah, you know, I can do a few voices. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Let's see if you can just guess, you know, who these voices are really quickly.
That'll determine how useful it is.
That'll determine how useful or useless it is.
Right.
Because if you can't guess. Okay, here we go. Ooh, yeah, the Macho Man Randy Savage. Ooh, yeah, Hogan, yeah, Hollywood Hogan.
I've never heard this in my life.
You're always hot dogging and grandstanding Hogan, yeah. The mega powers, yeah.
I didn't know Chris could do that. Oh my God.
Another one. If you can guess who this is. Let me get the laughs out. All right, hold on. Let's be clear. On behalf of the United States of America, I just want to say...
That's my president. That's my president.
Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, those are just a few of my impersonations, you know what I mean? I won't go overboard with this, you know what I mean? I can go all day, but I ain't gonna do it. I promise I won't do it. That's the most useless gift that I have.
That's pretty useful, actually.
Yeah, so we are thankful to be on all streaming platforms, from Spotify to Amazon Music to Tidal to Apple Music, YouTube, all of those things. You can find us on all of those things. If you just search for Brownsuede, it should come up. Brownsuede is one word, not two.
One word.
One word, Brownsuede.